Kia ora, gentlemen. Today's lesson is around rugby and biomechanics and is a case study around John Lomu. For this, you are going to need the knowledge from previous lessons, particularly around Newton's laws, force summation, and momentum. On the right here, you'll quickly see some stats around John Lomu. In particular, we're going to focus, if we're looking around momentum, around his weight, then also around his speed. He was phenomenally fast for an individual of his size. Again, just have a look at those as we go through. So I'll flick through this page. Watch this one here. I'm sure you'll love highlights reel. If you never ever got to watch him, it's about 4 minutes of some of his best tries. Again, we've got some stats there. He's around the 9th fastest international player. And again, on the left here, we have his height and his weight on average. And we've got a little comparison against Julian Severa. Again, read through this. It's just a little bit of background if you don't know anything about John Lomu. Here is your first question that you have to complete. I'll run through a little bit of a background. Basically what it is scenario 1. So 2 backs. Back when John Lomu was playing, a lot lighter, around 80 kgs. Thinking back, this is mainly based around momentum. Up here is how fast they're going, 3 meters per second, 4 meters per second. So this one's faster, hence the bigger arrow. And then we've got our Newton's second law there. And again, the equation that gets put into it is basic. And then N equals newtons. So the more newtons, the more force they're producing. So you have to answer this question down here related to this scenario. And in this scenario here, we've got John Lomu, 130 kg individual who's running not as fast, but running against an individual who is 80 kgs, and up here is running faster, hence the bigger arrow. Again, you can look at their force and talk about why they're producing more force than the other individual and who will win the collision in both scenarios. The questions are both there. Next one, another short clip, for a sort of iconic clip from World Cup when England, John Lomu is playing England, basically runs over a player. So this one here, why did John Lomu run over the English defender so easily? Using momentum to help you out with that question. Just don't worry about this one. This one here, question 4 is, which of Newton's laws is applied to this picture? Right. In particular, this ball is currently in one position. What is going to change that? That ball in that position, and once it gets into the air, what forces act on that ball, which will be known as a projectile. Our next one, again, this is just one for you to quickly read through. Just gives you some experience around the ground reaction theory or principle in Newton's third law. What's making Daniel Carter move, or when you move, what is in behind it. This will come important around badminton, when we're pushing off the ground. And then lastly, relating back to what we did last week around force summation, in the line out here, you could focus on the lifter or the jumper himself. What are the principles that are important here? Again, if we're talking about badminton, there is some key principles that are going to be put in place when you are jumping, and you can apply them here. Just write these in your Google Doc, and we'll post the answers up later in the week. Any questions, please do ask.